Okay, good afternoon. I just quickly want to speak about my engineering graphics and design lesson that I've prepared, and it's on 2 point perspective drawings. The reason I chose that is because I actually did that with the children in term three, um, and I worked on a very basic example of 2 point perspective. So if we just have a look, and I know it might be a little bit distorted here on the computer, but luckily this drawing is attached to my lesson plan and my assessment tool. So the most important thing where I think the children should be able to start this drawing, and to be successful in this drawing, this needs to be completed correctly, is I wanted them to go and name the line for the picture plane, the horizon line, the ground line, and the right vanishing point and the left vanishing point. They had to go and point out all of those points and write the correct abbreviation on them. Now, the reason this is important is because all 2 point perspective drawings will have that. If they labeled those correctly, they would have received 5 marks, 1 mark for each of the labels. Okay, then I wanted them to use a numbering system for this drawing, and the numbering system worked as follows. It's called corner number 1 to 4 for the main outside cube, and then there'll be a number 1 at the top and number 1 at the bottom. That's for the top point and the bottom point. If they went and they put in all of those points, there would have been a number 1 at the top, a number 1 at the bottom, a number 2 at the top, a number 2 at the bottom, a number 4 at the top, a number 4 at the bottom, and then a number 3. And for that, which is the outside cube, they would have received 7 marks. It's indicated like that on the assessment tool. Okay, now for the whole. The whole is then preceded by the numbers 5, 6, 7, and 8, and they would have also needed height lines for the whole inside of the cube. So for the height lines, we projected the cube 45 degrees to the right. And sorry, before I continue, I just want to say that from our standing point, we know that our right vanishing point and left vanishing point is established by using our 45-degree triangle, and that is because the angle is given to us on this drawing. If we used our triangles, we would have seen that is a 45-degree angle. Okay, now that I've mentioned that, sorry that I'm jumping around. So the height lines, there's one at the top of the cube, one at the bottom of the cube, and if we went and took these height lines the way it's indicated in my lesson plan and my assessment plan, you would have been able to plot point 7 and 8 on there. And then from those 2 points, you could have completed the whole cube. Okay, so for the inside wall, you have 9 marks. There are basically 4 height lines. So you would have gotten 4 marks there. And then for the cube, you would have gotten 1 mark for point 5, 1 mark for point 6, 1 mark for point 7, 1 mark for point 8, and the last mark that you received there is for completing the inside part of that cube. If you could see those lines on the inside, that was the last mark that you got. Okay, just to explain the last part um, of this activity. Then for your line colors, the construction lines has to be lighter than your main lines of your cube. So there you would have received 2 marks if that was indicated. And then our projection to the left vanishing point and the right vanishing point. Now, my rule with this, and I made it on the assessment tool, I gave them 2 marks because I know when they are in matric in the IEP, not all of the lines need to get connected to the RVP or the LVP. One line needs to get connected, but you can still see whether the rest of the lines are projected to our right vanishing point and left vanishing point accurately. And if that is the case, they would have received both of their marks over there. Okay, that's the explanation of my lesson plan. Thank you for listening to me and have a lovely day.